Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I am Madi, the AI anchor with the headline news. After holding talks for 5 months, South Korea and the US have finally reached a deal on sharing the costs needed for US troops stationed in Korea. Under the agreement, Korea will pay around 8% more in 2026, compared to the previous year. After that, the cost will gradually increase until 2030, based on the Consumer Price Index, which is projected to be around 2%, to reflect inflation. This greatly benefits South Korea, as the current deal, effective until next year, applies the Korean government's increase in defense spending when it comes to determining the increase rate, which is around 4 to 5%. The latest decision comes amid speculation that South Korea has been seeking an early deal, to apparently avoid tough bargaining, in case the country's former President Donald Trump returns to the White House. The Joint Chiefs of Staff said North Korea had launched what appeared to be trash-carrying balloons towards South Korea early Friday morning, just 2 days after sending more than 150 balloons. The military warned that the balloons may be headed towards northern Gyeonggi-do province and other parts of the Seoul capital area, calling on citizens to avoid touching them. Friday's launch marks the 24th time the regime has sent balloons since late May. The JCS warned that it would take stern military measures should the regime cross the line with its ongoing trash balloon campaign, or cause serious damage to the South Korean people. The Nat'l Assembly today voted against approving 3 opposition-led bills that were vetoed by President Yoon Suk-yeol 2 days ago. The bills included 2 special probes, one into possible meddling by the government in an investigation into the death of a Marine last year, and the other into stock manipulation accusations against First Lady Kim Gun-hee. The third bill requires the central government to financially support the distribution of vouchers by local governments. The main opposition Democratic Party plans to reintroduce the bills next month. Multiple Israeli attacks struck Beirut's southern suburbs, one of which targeted Hezbollah's intelligence agency. The Israel Defense Forces said in a statement that they attacked Hezbollah's intelligence headquarters responsible for collecting information about Israel. At least 9 people were reported dead. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden, when asked whether he would support Israel striking Iran's oil facilities, said that his government was in discussions. The possibility of an attack on Iranian oil infrastructure is causing market worries. The Ukrainian military said on Thursday that it used American ATACMS ballistic missiles to strike a Russian NEBO-M radar station. The military did not state any details of the strike, including when it had taken place, but said that the destruction of the NEBO-M radar creates a favorable air corridor for the effective use of missile weapons. Meanwhile, NATO's new Secretary General Mark Rutte vowed in his first speech in the post to help reinforce Western support for war-ravaged Ukraine. And just 48 hours after taking over NATO leadership, Rutte made an unannounced visit to Kyiv, where he pressured Western countries to lift their restrictions on Ukraine's use of advanced weapons to defend their country. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI Headline News. Thank you for watching. Good night.